sets lecture. So sets are a built-in Python class, and it's based on a branch of mathematics called set theory. And what it does is output only unique elements, which can be numbers, strings, booleans, etc. Okay, so we'll create our first set. It's S1 equal to, in curly brackets or braces, 2, 2, 2, 2, 10, 20, and 30. And then if I do S1, you can see I'm only getting the unique elements here. So 2 is only shown once. There's no duplicates here. Okay, and let's say I want to do type S1, I get sets. And if I create another one, S2, it's going to be, let's say, free, 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 and we'll have, let's say, 10, 40, and 20. Now, of course, this is just a list, but what we can do is convert this. So sets S2 and then S2, you can see now it's converted into a set. So it's removed all the duplicate number threes. And you might be thinking perhaps we can actually index. So if I do S1 or S2 and index by 0, I want to get the number 3, you can see I get a type error here. And that's because sets do not support indexing, unlike with lists. And that's a major distinction between sets and lists. Okay, so let's say we want to have a comparison here. So we'll do print S1 and print S2. So you can see that we have 10 shared between both of them, and we also have 20 shared between both of them. But all the other numbers are different. So what we can do is S1.tab, and you can see all the various methods or functions associated with the sets. In this case, the set variable we've created called S1. And the one that we want to do at the moment is union. So we do S1 by S2. We're going to get all of the unique elements from both S1 and S2. And let's say we want to take a look at an intersection, which is essentially the opposite of a union. So S1.tab and then intersection S2. And that's the elements shared between both S1 and S2, which in this case are 10 and 20. Okay, so we're going to do S1.difference S2. We could find the difference between S1 and S2, which in this case is 2 and 30. So if we take a look here, the top here, the S1 has 2 and 30, but the S2 has 40 and 3. So if I were to do S2.difference S1, we should get 40 and 3, which we do, or 3 and 40. It doesn't really matter about the order there. Okay, and then let's say I was to have S3 equals, we'll just put in any numbers really. Can even be, of course, strings or booleans. So let's say I have false, and I'm going to put also cats, a string. Okay, and then what I can do is have S1, and we'll do update S3. And now if we check S1, you can see that I have the 200, false, and cat in there as well. Alright, and let's say I wanted to do S1.add. I can add a new element in, and I'm going to put in, let's say, 400, then S1. You can see now I have 400 in my set here. Okay, so let's say I wanted to have let's do S4 equal to, and we'll have, let's say 400, false, and we'll do 2 as well. Okay, so what this basically is, S4 is a subset of S1, because you'll notice that 400, false, and 2 are all inside of the S1. So if I do S1 dot is super set S4, you'll get true as a boolean output. And conversely, if I had to do, let's say, S4 dot is subset S1, you'll also get true. Okay. And lastly, let's say I have a tuple. So tup equals And of course, it's going to be in parentheses here, 10, 20, 30, and let's say 500. Yeah, 500. And then what I can do, of course, is set tup. And actually, I'm going to put some duplicates here just to make it stand out a bit more. So 500 again, 500. And I'll have, say, dog. And we'll have true. And we'll put in also 1, 1. And I'm also going to put in false and 0 and 0. Okay, so you can see that I have the 500s just reduced to 1. I've got the false, the true, and I've got dog. But you might also be wondering, where's the 1 and the 0? What's happened to them? Well, if you remember that false is equal to 0, so that's a numerical equivalent, and also true is equal to 1. And that's why the 1s and 0s have disappeared, because they're equivalent to the booleans here of true and false. Okay, so that concludes my lecture on sets. I hope that's been insightful, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the Q&A. Thanks.